Well, here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. They're brought out by one of the team's youngest and brightest in his first season out of UCLA.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That goes for 36 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
3rd and long for him here. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. One quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. The Jaguars and their quarterback ready to take over once again. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. Airing it out to start this drive. That's completed right side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Etienne punches it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Jaguars are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. Past midfield to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. He mix it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 9-point advantage. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you...
The Jaguars ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He fires one deep down the middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To the air now on 1st and 10. The screen pass falls incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it sets up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. Here's ETN on 1st down. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Stephon Gilmore stopping that play. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Getting out to his left. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it, but there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game, and good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Receiver in motion, going left. To throw here on 1st down. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Chased out to his right. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. They go right back to ETN. Juke the defender. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
This time it's a passing play. Forced out to his right. He can run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Counter give to ETN. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Davis makes the play along the sideline. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. finding Davis. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, ready? Let's go.
ETN again. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Jaguars close to beginning the year 4-0. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. They send a tight end in motion. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's got it deep downfield. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal. ETN takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars put up even more points in a win. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how...
So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year.